Got it.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, ito na yung ano. Dito
Okay, let's begin.
Okay.
Mmsed Execom meeting number 7, September 2 at 3 p.m. We have a quorum and I call the meeting now to order. Can we have the prayer and thought for the day? Yung instant.
Instant, okay. So let's be conscious of our togetherness this afternoon and the presence of God to continue to guide us in everything that we say and everything that we plan to do. For everything that we do is for others and for his greater glory. So our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our sins.
We forgive those who sin against us.
As we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
May the Holy Spirit continue to guide us with our decisions and with all the plans that we embark on for this second biennium. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it was from the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, DDE. Now we go to the Soroptimist Pledge.
Soroptimist Pledge, there.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to Soroptimist and to the ideals
for which it
stands,
the sincerity of friendship, the joy of achievement, the dignity of service, the integrity of profession, the love of
country.
I
will put forth my greatest effort to promote,
uphold, and defend
these ideals
for a larger
fellowship
in
home, in society,
in business, for country, and for
God.
For God.
Let us on the Bayang Magiliw, Susan, parang practice na rin for the district meeting. Yan.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Bayang Magiliw, ewas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagkikinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magkikinig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Pagigaya na pangay mag-api, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you, Susan. Now we go to the approval and adoption of the agenda. Anybody, please?
I move for the approval and adoption of the agenda for today's meeting.
Second the motion.
Bendet, are you taking the minutes?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Thank you.
Didi Dorothy, I'm also recording it.
Ay, oo nga pala.
Yeah.
Recording.
Better, so that Bendet can join the
oo.
discussion. So
Now we go, approve na yung minutes, so hindi na ipopost ha. Any business arising, any comments from the minutes?
very well organized.
Oo nga.
Tits. President Tits.
Thank you, President Tits.
6
Thank you.
hours, 6 hours ba to?
Oo, just typing. Typing lang naman. Typing lang naman.
Typing. Tuldok, ganun ba?
Oo, seek and you will find. Very religious.
Very well organized.
Thank you.
Walang comments. Approve. The minutes of the meeting of last executive meeting is hereby approved. Now we go to treasurer's report. Walang movement.
So good afternoon again. Just to put it on record, as of today, September 2, our cash position remains the same. Cash on hand is 2,670. Cash in bank is 42,700.89 for a total of 45,370.89 total cash on hand and cash in bank.
Okay, thank you. I am deciding if the district should hold a fundraising pa to increase the cash position of the district. Pero I don't want to be a competitor of your mga fundraising projects eh. Ano sa tingin nyo?
Sa akin, Didi, if we can have a budget, let's say for the second half of the biennium, then if let's say this outstanding balance that was just reported is not enough, then we look at how much more we need.
I think enough na
Yeah.
tong wala naman masyadong expenses ang district.
Doon lang sa yan no? Sa LYD, yun ang ating mga pinagkakagastusan.
Yun lang. Yung LYD.
And if let's say we're going to have any event, gaya no si James na we also, di ba, we invite to see. Ikaw na yun.
Ako na yun.
So kung wala na
ganyan, because I am the one deciding, ako na yun nang gumagastos.
Okay, well, thank you. So kung wala naman tayong pagkakagastos ang hinaharap, then to your question, we probably do not have to
because you have your own you have your own fundraising projects.
Yeah.
That's right.
Pag sabay-sabay kayo, masakit. Masakit din sa bulsa.
Mag-contribute na lang, bawat club.
At tapos yung, Didi Dorothy, sorry, how much are we giving for LYD? 10,000 ba?
10 yata. 10, yeah. 10. Because sa club, 5,000 kayo, di ba?
Oo.
Yung
Yes,
iba,
yes.
3, kasi
5,000.
kung walang di ba?
Yes,
District is 20,000.
No. Taas naman nun.
May nagsabi sa akin na ito, I think si Nanette ang nagsabi, potential cash awards. So 5,000 sa club, 20,000 sa district, and then I have the region in USD, equivalent of course in pesos.
Magkano region? 20 lang eh.
20.
20 lang yung region. So, yeah.
10 lang ang district.
10 lang ang district.
Kasi ito 5,000 ng winner, dollars sa equivalent 3,000 ng runner-up. Tapos sa federation level 10,000. So maliit itong bigay sa akin ni Nanette.
Ask mo ulit siya. Ask mo ulit.
Oo. Okay.
Malapit na ulit ang LYDA natin.
Yeah. November. December
So,
pala.
how much did you say? If not 20, how much is it?
10,
10,000.
10.
10
So,
yan ang aking
okay, okay, all right.
10. Isang winner lang naman yun, di ba? District winner.
Yes, Didi Earth.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No questions. Treasurer's report, please. Tapos na. Okay,
na.
thank you, President Tits. Now we go to the reports of the President. By the way, this is parang in preparation for the district meeting on September 18. Para konti na lang ang trabaho nyo.
Mhm.
Okay, so SI Antipolo first.
Yes,
Yeah,
Antipolo.
so thank you. Good afternoon. The slides I will be presenting this afternoon are just initial slides I was able to work on. And for the purpose of this report, I will just introduce the report for August. So ito yung more or less, it's a work in progress, but more or less, this is the opening slide that introduces the Metro Manila Southeast District meeting on September 18. And to just highlight the point that we're doing first quarter reporting only, that will cover Soroptimist year, July 2021 to June, and only covering the months of July, August, and September. Next slide, please.
How many members na kayo, President Tits?
Yeah, that will also come after this, but I already reported.
Okay.
But I already reported, if you remember last time. So yun yung magiging slide for membership. So we ended the first year of my biennium with 25 old members and 6 new members. And for the start of this Soroptimist year, the second half, we had 28 renewing their membership out of a total of 31. I reported that last time, Didi Dorothy.
So 28 lang, nawala yung iba.
Three. We lost one, namatay kasi, and then 2 because of health reasons.
Okay.
I will include that in my my succeeding slides, pero not for today, para hindi na maulit, Didi Dorothy. So so this will be for, I think this is the 9th slide, because it will cover the month of Soroptimist Week, August 25 to 31. Next slide, please. So I'm just introducing the highlights of the Soroptimist Week. So we started the Soroptimist Week celebration, or in fact the Soroptimist month-long celebration during our general membership meeting in August. That's on August 19. We invited 4 of our partners to acknowledge them and to thank them for all the support and the services they did for Soroptimist International of Antipolo, realizing as a club that leadership and our effectivity doesn't exist in a vacuum. So somehow we were able to forge relationships with our local government agencies, and to name 4 of them, we have Barangay Beverly Hills, our adopted barangay in Antipolo City, represented by the barangay captain Danilo Arcilia. We also invited during that meeting the DIBI partner of Soroptimist International of Antipolo, De La Paz National High School, represented by head teacher of De La Paz National High School, and of course, the leadership partner of our scholarship program, PSALM, represented by the head of their scholarship affairs, YES, or the Youth for Excellence and Service. We also invited the representatives of ADAPT PNPWCPD, which is the Antipolo City PNPWC WCPD, but they were not able to make it dahil tatlo lang sila sa desk, and I think they had to assist report of violence during that day. So they sent in their greetings in absentia. And then, of course, for August 30, the Soroptimist Peace Day and the birthday commemoration of Mariquita Castelo, we had the club go and share online mass. So we had a mass at 10 a.m. in the morning, online siya, celebrated live stream on Facebook of the Antipolo Our Lady of Antipolo Retreat House. So you have that picture over there. I will make improvements for this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then next slide, please. And also to highlight the region-wide celebration of the Soroptimist Week, the club participated in Toast and Cheers to New Volunteers, a membership pillar event, hosted by the membership pillar of the region, but of course proudly co-hosted also by Metro Manila Southeast District. So we have the picture above. So I would like to ask our members sa Exicom if you have better pictures. I only have this picture taken by Omi Goson of Caloocan, showing me emceeing there, and then Didi Baby, and that's Marivic Paras, our RMC, Region Membership Chair. And then on August 27, we had our appreciation day for Laurel Society and Sampaguita Society members, as hosted by the region fundraising pillar. So for the club, we have a total of 9 new members and upgraded members of the Sampaguita Society. So if you notice, we went, or we attended the online event with floral headdresses. So andyan. Okay. And of course, on August 31, congratulations to the district. 3 out of 5, or 3 out of 6.
Congratulations, President Pitts.
Yeah, 3 out of 6 of our clubs made it to the top 20 list of club awardees for public awareness. That will be all, Didi Dorothy. Sorry medyo but as I said, it's a work in progress. I will. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tsaka before I forget pala, for September, maybe just to include it in my report also, we have already signed up for attendance to the 11th PNP Summit on the 16th. We also already paid for 1 full page sponsorship full page ad in the souvenir program that they will be coming out. And because we realized that September is a focus month for PNP WCD activities, we have made representations with our PNP WCPD for a possible project we can do with them, and their feedback is that they can do barangayanihan, where SI Antipolo will sponsor food packs to be given out to women senior citizens, women PWDs, and single women parents. So we're still working on this, but hopefully we will have it September 25, 2021. That will be all. Maraming salamat.
I have a question. Those PNP WCPD summit,
Yes.
How was that actually announced? Was it
Yeah,
Email.
DDE, yes, continue please before I answer.
Through
yeah,
email.
because
Email.
email.
I
Did you
received
receive?
I received the email, but it was dated August 10, but I received it kind of late. So it was too late for me to discuss it in the August 19 meeting that we had. So I had to make decisions through our group chat. So number one, they solicited from us, from the clubs, no, parang, so it's parang special arrangement with all Soroptimist clubs that if you pay 3,000 pesos for a full page ad, then you can introduce the club there for the summit, and then may GACA points corresponding to that. I'm not sure now. I think it's 1,000 points for that, so it's 3,000, and
Parang,
then they look forward to getting around 1,000 police women participants to the 11th summit. Police women lahat from all over the Philippines, yung PNPWCPDs. So for the Soroptimist clubs, they are limiting attendance to at most 5 members per club. And you have to pay 1,000 pesos per member, registered member. That will cover the Zoom link, and then the seminar kit or the summit kit, which will consist of a copy of the souvenir program, commemorative t-shirt, I think what else? Mask, and then alcohol. Parang ganun.
So 1,000 per, max of 5, so 5,000 for the summit.
Yes, 1,000 per member.
Question, Dali, our president is here. Natanggap po ba yung letter na yun? Because I was just asked by Nanette before a meeting kung meron daw tayong notice na natanggap po that.
I did not get any notice.
Wala
I
pa.
did not get.
I emailed it to all the presidents. Sige, I will email again.
Okay. Sige, because we need to support our adopted PNP WCPD, which we always did, no, in the past.
Yes,
we sent them to Cebu, I remember very well.
Yes.
So we should be supporting that in SI Makati. So Dali, can you please attend to that once you receive the email from Direct DD?
Okay.
Pero Didi Dorothy, alam mo, comment lang ha, nakakahingal kaya yung mga SIAPR events. Parang
announcement, totoo.
it's going to be 3 days or a week from now, tapos saka ka pala nakakatanggap, tapos may mga deadlines like this one. I have to submit by tomorrow payment for the 3,000 full page ad together with the layout. Yung mga ganong tipo. So, it can stress you out, especially if you're president and you're focused in doing club activities, which are more meaningful for me. Doing club activities. So, yun lang yung comment ko, Didi Dorothy.
Sa amin nga, sa district directors, tomorrow is the board meeting. Meron, magpo-post sila meron kaming group Viber chat eh. This is the format of the DD at 7 in the evening. Ako
Anyway, so yung ad, may bayad ba yun?
Yes.
How much is that?
3,000. Oo. But if you want to solicit 100,000 for if you have corporate donors, kasi may corresponding din siya na acknowledgement in terms of GACA points to the club who would solicit the ad,
the PNP.
For the PNP, for the souvenir program. 100,000 is the highest for yung back cover, front back, yung and then yung sa likod. And then kung double spread, they call it silver sponsor, 25,000. And then for one full page, 10,000 naman yung bronze sponsor. Ano lang yung 3,000 from the club, yung tawag nila patron, it's exclusive only for SI For clubs, SI clubs or districts. That's why if we have time, Didi Dorothy, if you want, we can have 1-page ad for the
For
district.
the district, okay.
Yeah. Oo, pero
Approve.
yun lang, Didi Dorothy, somebody has to do the layout because tomorrow is the deadline. Yun talaga nakakahingal, as in.
Oo nga.
So Prestige, you will have a 1-page ad for the club na 3,000.
Antipolo.
And
Yes.
we're suggesting na the district will have a full-page ad also as a district. How much
Yes.
is that?
Oo. Where
How-
we already include all the 6 clubs in the district.
Okay.
So, so that's 3,000 also
Yes, it's also 3,000.
from
One full.
the district funds you're
Mm-mm.
saying.
Okay.
What I did was, because of the short because of the time constraint, I already texted Lerma na SI Antipolo is definitely sponsoring one full page. We'll try to give you by tomorrow the layout and the payment. So you may do the same. And I think at least they're warned that, or they're informed that we are doing it. Oo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So we will hear from Dorothy, Director,
Okay.
District Director Dorothy. So yung email kay President Dolly para maipag-usapan
Oo.
natin within.
Hindi yata nabanggit yung guest ng club na PNP na WCPD, libre, di ba?
Yes.
Two kinds of presence yon. May limitation, yung physical presence at saka yung virtual.
Virtual.
Yes, yes. Oo.
So libre sila, limited lang yung may physical presence dun sa venue.
Yes, true. Oo.
Ilan yung sa physical presence sa venue nga?
Camp Crame.
Oo.
Identified kung saan PNP branch ang physical presence.
Yung club mo, di ba?
Ako, my Antipolo, they told me they will be doing it virtual. Kasi Antipolo Camp Crame, layo-layo. Oo.
Pero pag tayo nagpadala physically, ilan nga yung pwede sa Camp Crame?
I'm sorry, President Lot, sa akin, kung sino yung nagmaman ng PNPWCP desk sa Antipolo. So, we will be sending all 3 of them. Oo. Pero virtual naman kasi.
Virtual.
Virtual.
Yeah.
Kasi anybody can be there sa virtual.
Yes,
But I'm saying, yung sa Crame, if you are near enough, may limit yung kanilang invitation, di ba? For physical attendance.
Parang hindi ko nabasa. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tapos alam mo, President Lot, everyone, pati time, hindi ko alam kung anong oras yung activity. Kasi
Wala pa yatang program. Wala pang
may
program.
conflict kasi. That's also my scheduled meeting already. May scheduled meeting ko na yan sa general membership ko third Thursday.
Dapat magkaroon ng own salt ang region because of these gaps in the way that they implement their activities.
Oo.
Dapat talaga magkaroon sila ng sarili nilang salt. Kasi para tayong mga foot soldiers na hilong-talilong, but I don't see the point. Why?
Oo.
Diba?
So
So much to do already on our own.
Stressful.
So yung email na yan came from SI region.
No,
SI
from the chair. From the PNP.
From the chair.
Judy Gutierrez.
All right, okay.
I mean, they can use more efficiency siguro on their own because it bears down on us.
Exactly. Well
put.
exactly.
No, tama yung ginawa mo, President Tits, na you have advised Lerma para at least konfirmado na. So I guess for SI Makati, Dolly, we can also do that, no? Para at least confirm na.
After the meeting, i-resend ko yung email.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Din. That ends my report.
So next will be Mandaluyong. Ito na.
Okay. So anyway, for Mandaluyong, I just covered 2 months kasi as I told Didi, because hindi ko pa alam anong mangyayari ng September. So it really is not a quarterly report. It's just a 2-month report. Okay, covering our activities. And I just did it chronologically by month. And just to start, we still stand at 40 members. We kept our membership intact through the first
40 lang? Press lot ka na ko more.
Hindi, 40 lang. And then we added one.
40 plus 1.
40 plus 1.
41, okay.
Okay, so that's how we started the second month, the second year of the biennium by adding one more new member. Okay. Wait. Am I co-host? Okay. Okay, so our activities for July, we started out preparing our second batch of our chikitings, which still is our answer to the pandemic for feeding children. And we have shifted to the Mingo supplement with the first batch of 50 last year. We ended in April with 100% success rate because we were able to increase the weight of the 50 children above normal. And this time, because of our performance there, our sponsor agreed to double the number of children and double the amount of Mingo that they are sponsoring for us. So we now have 100 children, and we did the pre-selection, the weighing and measuring in July, early July. The problem is our health center did not have the supply for the deworming medicine. So this time, unfortunately, we started a program without deworming. So that's a factor to be considered later on when we end the program. Okay? Kasi may katulong yung bata sa nutrition eh.
Tumaba ang worms.
Oo. So anyway, we have the 100 and we have our partner coordinators on the ground, the PPVR coordinators who have been our partner in the pandemic. That's why we're able to do things on the ground. Okay, so next. The turnover from the Sangguniang Kabataan ng Barangay Wakwak, Green Hills East. The barangay council is only too happy that we are partnering with the Sangguniang Kabataan to give a certain semblance of direction to their activities. Kasi medyo yung mga bata kulang ng direksyon. So in a way, I'm also mentoring them part-time so that we can be both, we can have a mutual benefit in this project. So sila yung supplier ng Mingo and then they get to participate in that project. Okay. So we launched our Mingo, the second batch of 100 with 100 mothers in an event held at the gym in Barangay Addition Hills with permission from the barangay chair and attended by our partners, starting with the barangay, Wakwak, Sangguniang Kabataan, Barangay Addition Hills, the Nutrition Council of the city, the Barangay Health Center Physician in Charge, and then, and of course, our PPVR coordinators on the ground. So you can see how big pala 100 women are when you come to think of it, when they're all together in the gym. So we just had the program, and then we had the talks, the inspiring talks by the nutritionists and our physician in charge. And then we also had a raffle. Bababaw naman ang kaligayahan ng mga tao. Kaunting raffle lang, maligaya na sila. But of course, with the loot bag to boot, nakasama yung rice and certain food items and things for the children. So yon, July 14 yan. By the Monday, Saturday yan, by the following Monday, we started our feeding program. They get each child 5 sachets of 20 grams na Mingo supplement. that they can take every day for the week. But we also have, fortunately, a member who lives abroad who decided to answer for one hot meal every Monday for the 100 children that we have. So they get a hot meal plus 5 sachets of Mingo every week. That will be for 24 weeks until Christmas when we end the program. Okay. Here you see the first Monday distribution of one hot meal, courtesy of our US-based member, Elvira Shirk, who happens to be our DD's sister. She lives in California, but she extends her generosity to our kids. And then the 5 Mingo sachets for the 100 children in the feeding program. So just showing that it's the mothers who take the food sometimes, and then we just want to show the children how they partake of the food. You know, it's also a learning experience when you see these pictures, because children do not usually eat on the table. Usually they are given food on the floor. So that's something, sometimes it's a strange sight to see, but that's how it is. Okay.
Buti hindi ibinababa yung bowl of Mingo on the floor
Yung,
when you give them food. Di ba? Sanay siya, force of habit yun eh. I see that boy, I see this little boy eating his Mingo on the table.
No, that's
But you know,
the lugaw. That's the hot
lugaw.
meal. Yung Mingo is there in the sachet.
Sachet, yeah.
Naka-sachet sila, oo.
So it's eaten from the pack. Ganun ba yun? It's not
well,
mixed with food.
it's in different
mixed with
formats.
water.
It can be used as a drink. It can be used as a cereal. Or sometimes the kids love it. They just take it from the like when we were kids, di ba yung ating powdered milk, we used to take it from the pack. Ginagawa natin. Yung Klim nung araw.
Yes.
How they do this one. Prestige, you remember.
Powder.
They love it. It comes in it comes in 3 flavors: ube, squash, and chocolate. So
Yeah.
usually
I've been hearing about Mingo from President Lot, no, and how Mingo has actually become a source of nutrition for these undernourished children. I've researched while you're reporting, and it's actually recognized by the DOST. So which means that it is really full of nutrition in it. It has malunggay, mung beans, and squash, ba?
rice.
Yeah.
Rice
And
mung
rice.
bean, malunggay.
Wow.
3
Galing.
basic
Wow.
items,
This is very healthy food.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
That's why it's tried and tested. And the NGO that manufactures it in Bacolod
NBC,
has
is
a
it
track record. NBC. It has a track-
licensed by FDA?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They developed the process with the OST. So
Galing.
ATB has used it. A lot of the companies have used it. And in calamities, they're very active because it's an NGO that really advocates nutrition. So they give it for free to calamity victims. So even adults are able to eat it when there's
Yeah.
so very
Sold out Shopee.
So in your areas, in case you require yung feeding, it's very cheap also, ha? It's only 6 pesos per sachet. So it's a day supplement. It should not take the place of a meal. They should
It's a
still
supplement.
It's a
Yeah.
supplement. Instead of just taking vitamins, it's a real supplement food.
Yeah, very rich in nutrition. Huh?
And the kids love it. They run when the coordinators come. They run to meet them. In fact, kinokontrol lang namin. Otherwise, they want to finish the whole ration for the week in one sitting. Kailangan, that's why we need coordinators to monitor also and make
So
chika-chika.
how do you distribute, Lord? How do you distribute to the children?
The coordinators walk on foot to the houses.
So on a daily basis?
No,
Or
every Monday, kasabay
every Monday.
ng hot meal, The coordinator takes care of 10 or 12 children, and she goes to the different houses every Monday and then visit the children. But it's hard now because of the pandemic, 2 more times, Wednesday and Friday, so that the mothers know they are being monitored and are more focused on the nutrition of the children. Mahirap pag binigay mo lang and then you forget about it for until the next week. It doesn't work that way sa sa community eh. Kailangan alam nila may nakatutok. We have 9 coordinators working with 100 children.
Good. Galing.
Very good.
No, no senior formulation of Mingo.
Wala. It can be
Pwede siya sa adults.
Pwede siya sa adults. Oo.
Pwede siya sa adults. Okay.
Yeah.
So it has potassium, it has zinc, alam mo? So it's packed with nutrition. Kaya after 6 months, we only give 5 sachets a week. Pero yung actual NBC program provides 7. Talagang 1 per day. But for budget purposes, at saka para mas madaling sundan, ginawa ko na lang na 5 instead of 7.
Meron pang malunggay.
Oo.
Yeah.
Malunggay rice at saka munggo ang main ingredients niya. Ano lang, flavoring yung squash, ube, at saka chocolate. Pero hindi namimili yung mga bata, alam mo. Alam nyo, hindi sila namimili. Before I thought, I may have to do more of chocolate. Siyempre, pinaka-popular yun. No? But no they eat all the 3 flavors.
Talaga.
Oo. So I suggest if you have a feeding program, you look into Mingo kasi it's so reasonable. You just have to buy a minimum amount so that you get free freight. No?
Saan nagagaling to?
Ha?
Where is it coming from?
Bacolod. So they
Okay.
ship free freight door to door. Ewan ko lang pag Antipolo. Pero like sa Mandaluyong, it's free freight door to door if we order 7 boxes, which is 3,500 pieces.
Okay.
Libre na yon. But if we are forced to, kunyari, order yung butal, the number of boxes, we have to pay for the freight. Mga 700 something. Okay?
Okay, good.
So something to consider for you if you And NVC is very professional. Oh, by the way, before I started the program, yung Barangay Wakwak already used to give the different barangays in Mandaluyong. Pero yung kanila, bigay lang nila, bahala na sila sa buhay nila, ganon. But in my case, I made it a point that NVC gave an orientation to our coordinators, well, to me first, then to our coordinators, and then the barangay health workers, para maintindihan nila, and then the barangay nutrition team, para maintindihan nila what it's all about. And so for the first time, natutuhan nila ano talaga itong Mingo na to and the benefits. So at least they're all on the same page when we started last year.
Actually, NVC that manufactures Mingo is a foundation.
Yes. And this is their advocacy talaga.
Galing, ah.
Nutrition.
I'm researching kasi while you're talking, President Lot, I'm researching about
That's
Mingo.
nice, no?
I've been hearing about you talking about Mingo. Sabi ko, ano ba itong Mingo ni Lot?
I'm sure kilala niya ni Josie. Si Millie Kilayko is one of the founders of NVC.
All right, so we'll ask Josie, aside from her political activities, we'll give her something to do.
You know, 2010, these people in Bacolod were all, parang nagkahiwa-hiwalay sila because of politics. So a group of people who wanted to reunite the people decided to found a foundation that can unite the different factions, different colors. And I think they came out with NVC. Kaya itong mga nagka-NVC, hindi na nagpa-politics. Sila yung nag-unite dun sa mga grupo sa Bacolod.
Actually, NVC stands for Negrenses Volunteers for Change.
Yeah.
Nice. Galing.
Galing, ha?
Galing.
Sino nagli-lead dito, Lot? Would you know?
Sila Millie Kilayko nga. So, ano, Milikilay was PPVR Bacolod before.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll ask Josie to no, to connect.
Okay, so
Very
next
good.
slide.
Very good.
Galing.
Mm-mm. Next slide.
Magandang i-replicate.
Yes, oo.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you, President Lot, for sharing.
So to me, worth it talaga kasi it's so cheap. It's so cheap. And it's so easy to get sponsors because what 3,500 pieces is only 21,000 for I mean
Para 6 pesos, you said. How much is a
3,500
pack?
times 6. 3,500.
How much is a pack,
Pesos.
Bale, lumalabas?
6 pesos.
6 pesos. Yeah.
30 pesos per child per week.
Oo. So 21,000 bale for 3 months, so 42,000 for 6 months.
Mhm.
In our case, 84,000 yung sponsored amount namin because 100 children. But 6 months is only 42,000. So kaya talaga ng sponsors.
Yeah.
50 children you can pilot like what we did. Like 50 children muna ako. Preschool ang aking in-address because to me, we have to fight for the children to be at a competitive level when they start school. Because the idea of Mingo is if the child goes beyond 4 years old na unaddressed ang stunting problem, the damage may be permanent and irreparable.
Mental.
So the brain, the
Brain,
development of
yeah.
the brain and the body cannot be normal anymore. Diba? Pag hindi mo na-address by 4 years old. So that's why I piloted yung 50 na 3 to 4 years old. But now, because we increase at mahirap humanap ng 3 to 4 years old lamang, we increase 3 to 4 years old yung 50 and then 4 to 6 years old yung pwede nang mag-daycare at kinder. Kinuha na rin namin. So yung 100. So yun.
Magandang partner dito yung mga daycare centers, right? So at least you use them to be the coordinator at the same time.
But they also are funded by the government except now during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Dapat may funding ang daycare. So, di ba?
Oo nga, by law yan or by LGU.
So, sila, dapat hindi mo na asikasuhin kasi may funding sila. But right now, they're not coming together. So the children are not able to go to daycare. So the children are hungry and nobody is taking care of them on a daily basis like a daycare center, di ba?
Yeah.
So you have to be the one to find the So,
but as you said, deworming muna.
Oo. Importante yung
Otherwise make a partner.
Oo. So kami pala, may community-based feeding kami at may school-based feeding kami. Dahil traditionally for 20 years, si Maripas Taglechua, our member, has been very devoted to feeding children. Pero yung 30 girls lang na grade 1 every year. No? At nag-umpisa yan barangay pero masyadong maasikaso, nilipat niya sa school-based. So we maintain that school-based 30 girls sa grade 1 pa rin, aside from our community. So we have 130 in effect sa feeding namin. At doon sa school-based, nagbibigay din ng 1 hot meal plus the 5 Mingo sachets, nini-pick up ng mga nanay pagkuha ng module sa school, sa aming adapted
That's
elementary school.
Galing ni strategy.
Very good.
I was doing the math. So it's 5 sachets per week for 6 months, right?
Oo.
Tama?
Oo.
So it's a total of
530 times 6, 180.
Bale, 5 sachets times 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Times
Times 6.
Times 4 weeks in a month times 6 months.
Lagay
So,
mo na
for 50 children, a total of 6,000 sachets, no?
Oo.
Yeah. Magkano per
So,
sachet?
I just had an idea.
6 space.
why can't the district adopt this program because of the nutrition need of the pandemic of children?
Correct.
Maybe
Correct.
because I don't think too many clubs know about Mingo.
Yeah.
I really
So
pursued it
we can order in bulk and we might be able to get
To
a
give
bulk,
us a discount.
bulk
Yes.
price.
Oo, tama.
Well, they're saying na cost na halos talaga yung binibigay nila because it's really
The foundation.
Oo. Magkano yun, President Lot? Per
6
sachet?
pesos per sachet. Tapos
Pesos.
500
So kung
per pack.
6,000 siya times 6. So 36,000 pesos for the entire 6 months of feeding 50 children. Tama.
Yeah, ano lang, 42,000.
Okay.
Ako pala nagpapasobra ng konti because it may happen na at the end pag nag-reweighing ka, maaaring may nagkasakit na bata. Alam mo mabilis silang mag-lose ng weight. So for our pilot, we had 2 children na hindi na pumayat because nagkasakit during the reweighing. I put them, para kung doktor I put them on another Mingo supplement for 1 month.
Okay.
So nakahabol sila. So may extra akong box for that. Kaya yung 6 boxes lang ang kailangan mo for 50, meron akong isang extra box.
Yeah.
Kasi now they require 7 boxes for minimum
Oh, good. Kaya 42,000 yung ano. Okay.
Yeah. May extra ka doon.
Oo.
Okay. All right. Andito na ako sa next page ko. Okay. Ano ba yung next page ko? Okay. Yung June namin na club meeting, we had to postpone because so many people were all so busy. But we already had it prepared, no? Even our secretary was sick. So we did it in July. Our theme was, we started now na may theme ang aming mga club meetings talaga. At yung theme namin, kasama din yung virtual background. So people get excited with preparing their virtual background tsaka learning how to use it. May tutorial pa kami dyan. So, and they have fun, no? Even just yung tutorial.
Yeah.
So we kind of have yung Love of Country was our June na naging July theme. So we have the Philippine flag. And then of course we already also since last year adopted yung 100 SI no na logo. Okay. So for that we also had raffle. You know, we have a MemDev program kasi for recruitment, retention, recruitment, engagement, retention. It's a we call it REAR program. So all these things have a purpose. It's not just because somebody wants to waste time to do a virtual background. No, it makes more meaningful to have a meeting where people get excited about certain little things. Mababaw lang naman ang kaligayahan natin na members, di ba? So, in these things, no, have virtual background na flag, ang background mo, okay? And then, raffle, naka-team din ang raffle namin. Me?
Who's that? Who's that?
Somebody calling?
Not me.
Not
Hindi
me.
sa akin.
So anyway, Filipiniana yung team ng raffle namin. So, started na yung mga donor ng raffle prizes, sila na rin ang magpapadala by Lala Move. Kaya wala nang worry yung organizers. So ayan, ang mga offered na prizes, isang bilao ng pansit, isang halaman, local products na Pinoy, tapos ang grand prize na mga bag na Pinoy, tapos ang grand prize isang sakong bigas. May nag-donate niyan. So it was fun, and I noticed pagka may raffle, yun ang highest attendance namin. So
Benz, dapat gawin din natin yan, Benz.
namin
Thank you. sharing, sharing ideas.
So, anyway, yun, it is true. Pagka may raffle kami, madami nag-a-attend. And they know it and they laugh about it. It's an attraction. Okay, so next. Okay, big event, of course, of July is our chartering of our newest club in MMSED, SI Pasig, and a charter president is, of course, our own our own Susan Machon. And here you can see her mom is the one who pinned her president's pin. How nice, di ba?
Wow, grabe. Susan.
So how nice. And then before that, we had our meet and greet between the members of SI Mandaluyong and SI Pasig, which Didi arranged. Okay, si Didi ang nanay ng SI Pasig, of course.
Yes.
So, so yan. And I think we had fun during that, meet and greet because it's really very nice to be able to give birth to a new chapter, new club. And I think Susan's choice also of members has been very good in terms of the charter club. Ang gagaling nila in the competencies that they show are very, very helpful, I think, for a starting club. And makikita mo, they're all very professional and we had fun meeting them. So I think SI Pasig is gonna go very fast because of the kind of members that Susan has been able to put together. And then Didi, of course, with the guidance of Didi Dorothy. Okay, so nakita nyo din, we also started, ang SI Mandaluyong started to have a common virtual background. Pero may mangilan-ngilan pa rin na hanggang ngayon challenge, hindi makagawa ng kanilang virtual background. Kahit na ganong tutorials na ang mangyari. Tsaka kung may Jurassic na device, hindi maka-accommodate ng virtual background. So wala na ako magagawa doon. We try our best. So anyway, okay, next.
Sorry.
Okay. And then at the beginning of the year, we have been discussing also with our adopted elementary school about their curriculum. I actually wanted to adopt an elementary school at the start of the biennium because I saw it as an opportunity for us to influence formation of children. It's a small school, 2,000, less than 2,000, very young faculty, very young and gung-ho principal, Joy Tamayo, who is 40-something. And they are out to innovate and experiment. And since bago sila, they're not part of the mainstream schools yet. So kulang pa rin sila ng facilities, no? So it's a very good partnership, I think. And this time, I thought, well, I asked Joy Tamayo, what kind of a program do you have that develops leadership even in the children, especially the girls? And then she said, you know, ma'am, wala kaming ganyang programa. Pero ang nanonotice namin, usually, ang nagsashine sa upper grades ng elementary are the boys. Sabi ko, bakit? Hindi na namin alam, ma'am, bakit yung boys ang mas nagsashine ng mga leader. Ganon. So sabi ko, why? Can you think of programs that can develop the girls naman, no? Proactively. So nag-isip sila. So now they have two kinds of program for leadership development. So we created a kind of special education review committee to review the two proposals. Naku, parang nagdaan sa butas ng karayom. So ang conclusion namin, the programs themselves do not necessarily develop the leadership qualities in the girls, but gives opportunities for growth. No? Hindi ka agad-agad madidevelop yung leadership qualities. But if they are more mulat about their surroundings, if they are more mulat about the way their relationships develop in school or with their classmates and peers, then maybe yung leadership skills will come in somehow along the way. So I think we are ready to give a decision on which of the two programs they suggested will be something we can support. And this is something na in communications. There's the girls are taught extra about creating infomercials. So we want to influence the content, the topics that they will dwell on. And in a way, meron na silang programa sa broadcasting na tinatawag nila. Nananalo naman sila dun sa area na eh. But we want to influence more the content. What kind of subject matter will they focus on in terms of their broadcasting course? It's a special course to be taught to them. So we'll just spend for the expense of the load kasi virtual nga eh. And then maybe prizes at the end of the course. So it's a special course that will go for a few months. Yon. So yon. And SI Mandaluyong, I'm proud to say, is very, very strong in education. Ang dami naming academicians talaga. Both basic and then college. We're very strong competencies in education. So I am very confident in getting into education projects. Okay, next. Okay. Then we are also into developing, of course, partnerships. And I have a particular soft heart for developing youth volunteer partners. So I think last year I introduced to you our youth volunteer partners who have fundraised for MAHES, our elementary school, adopted school. This time, we have another one, actually granddaughter to ni Gigi. The father challenged the children to get into a project that they can do na hindi lang sila hanging around the house during summer. Okay. So naisip ni Bea to fundraise also for MAHES because her older cousin Nicole did it last year and raised funds online to provide MAHES with USBs, flash drives that the teachers can use to simulate yung face-to-face instead of just modular courses for the children. So Nicole was able to donate over 100 pieces of USBs to MAHES. And now Bea decided she wants to help the kindergarten students and asked what she can do. And MAHES told her that they need school supplies because sometimes they see kindergarten students writing notes dun sa modular nila on the back of calendars. They don't have school supplies. Okay? So she decided she will give a whole year supply of school supplies for the 350 incoming kindergarten children. So she raised a big amount of money, and then of course her parents, not to be outdone, matched it. So at the end, later on in the next month, she was able to provide different items for their school supplies for the incoming 350 kindergarten children. At other than that, may natira pang pera, so meron pa silang mga tools for the teachers like webcam, computer, whatever, mga pwedeng gamitin ng teachers. And not only that, meron silang family friend who runs a photocopying company na nakapag-donate pa ng isang used Ricoh copier. So these are turned over for Brigada Escuela in August last month. Okay. So yon, youth volunteer partner si Bea Peñalosa Prado. Next. And then of course, lockdown na naman ng August 6, so we had to do the usual rice ayuda by August 5. Okay, very welcome help all the time itong rice ayuda namin for 70 something families. Okay, next. And then our scholarship, which is going to be a big thing now. I just don't have pictures, but we are opening 8 new scholarships for 2021-2022 school year for college. I have gotten private sponsors for this, college scholarships for 4 years. And then we have already refined our old guidelines because we've had scholars before, up to now naman, with our partnership with Couples for Christ, AMCOP. And then we have developed the new MOAs already signed by our sponsors. And funds for year 1 have been received by SIM. We are giving 30,000 per student per year for college. So we have already selected our scholars, including 3 of our DIBA graduates from our DIBA club format that ended in March. Okay. Yes, next, please. Okay. So I mentioned that we have the REAR program for membership and development, recruit, engage, retain. And one of the mandatory activities in this REAR program is that every time we have a recruit, the recruit goes through a process that she is familiar with. And the last part of the process before induction is the MemDev panel chat. That includes the president, the MemDev chair, and her sponsor. Okay. In this case, and then the president-elect. So in this case, our only addition for this new year is Tina Bate, Fabella Bate. Again, she's an academician of the JRU family, Fabella. So we did the MemDev panel chat with Sugar, our MemDev chair, myself as president and sponsor, and then with PE Oli. Okay. The value of this, again, if I may share with you, the value of this is before the induction of the new recruit, she is already very well oriented with the club and its activities. And we are also very well oriented with her competencies and expectations. So we level expectations in this MemDev chat, panel chat. And then me personally, I know right away where, what activities and projects she can contribute to. So right away we know na where the direction of this new recruit. So she is not left out in the cold to fend for herself, which I witnessed even during my time. So like I always say, kung medyo mahina lang yung aking sikmura, nag-back out na ako kasi walang nag-alaga sa akin eh. So this time, the sponsor is supposed to caddy the new recruit until maybe 3 to 6 months after the induction. So continuous yung orientation, tapos continuous yung acclimatization, diba? And then there's somebody to go to, aside from the MemDev chair, there's somebody to go to for questions and concerns. And at the same time, it breaks the gap between yung top leadership of the club and a new member who presumably does not know anything yet about the mechanics of what she is to expect. Okay. So yun. Okay. Next, we had a nice surprise in August because we found out that we appeared in the SIA e-news for August under Club Success Stories, which cited clubs in the US, Canada, Japan, and Philippines. And in our case, for Philippines, we were cited for our DIBI experience, shifting from conference to club format, which I saw was the way to go because of the pandemic and because of my desire for more effectiveness in mentoring. Because we call the program career mentoring, but having a facilitator give a course for a day, a seminar for a day to 100, 200 high school girls does not cut it really. So to me, being more focused with 20 girls is the way to go for us. So we shifted to club format last year and graduated these 20 girls, and 3 of whom will be our college scholars. Okay, so citing here is because we have been able to partner with different sectors in the community, not only with the public school, but also it says the organizers of the recent DIBI project from SI Mandaluyong, Philippines, found great success in collaborating with their local school, ensuring that they had support from teachers and school coordinators to conduct that program. Club members who were successful in that online mentoring meetings, and both the cannot read it. And both the mentees and the mentors enjoy the interaction online in small groups. Okay, what did we do? What is the innovation here? We asked for volunteers from the club who would like to be mentors, because we divided the 8-hour one-day session into 8 one-hour Fridays. And the mentors who volunteered were part of that class every Friday. So they got to know the girls in the interaction for the class. And in between the classes, they had personal touch with the girls, with their mentees. So that's the difference in the case of the club format vis-a-vis the conference format. You can be more focused, you can have personal touch, even during the duration of that 8-day course, okay? 8-week course. So that's it. That's a nice surprise for us. Okay, thank you. Next, please. Okay, this is the culmination of the Soroptimist Week was the culmination of our gift giving, and Bea Peñalosa Prado's gifts to Mahes came just during Soroptimist Week. So her 350 bags contained multicolored clay, Kinder pad paper, jumbo pencil, jumbo crayons, liquid glue, scissors, envelopes, and then to follow 12 sets of computer speakers for the teachers, then computer mics, and then webcam. And then, okay. And then as you can see, there is also the Ricoh used machine, copying machine already delivered. So that's part of our Soroptimist Week celebration, the gift giving to partners. Okay, next. And then for our Barangay Health Center partner, Dr. Shari Sabalvaro, we donated 2 boxes of miscellaneous medicines, which she was very, very happy about. You know, even if the government is supposed to be funding them, they always lack tools for healing people. So there, okay, next. Yan. So more donations for Soroptimist Week for Mahes, our elementary school adopted school, and then books, and then also for our partner, Ahis Addition Hills Integrated School, where we conduct our DIBI, more books, including reference books for their libraries. Okay. And then the last for Soroptimist Week, we have a pledge donation by Pure Bread for Brigada Escuela of their profit in their bread business of almost 4,000 pesos. You know, they also donated a sack of rice to our launch in July for the families of the Mingo children. They also donated to our community pantry. These girls are now entering first-year college. They're all separating. They came from Poveda, but they're still continuing to be friends. In the summertime, they do baking. They do bake products and sell them online. But it's like a micro enterprise, social enterprise. They donate their profit. Of course, their parents are well-to-do. They don't need a profit from their breads. So they donate it. And we happen to be the happy beneficiary of the little profit that they make. And to me, the amount is not the important thing. The important thing is we also help to develop the spirit of volunteerism and generosity among these young girls. Even if they are not optimists, we consider them youth volunteer partners. So they have a role to play in the things that we do. Okay, so I think that's another mission unarticulated sa Optimist. Okay. Yes, next. Okay. And then the SIAPR events na nakakataranta, we had the membership pillar meet and greet, hindi yon, toast and cheer palang pangalan nun, for new members, and then the appreciation event of fundraising pillar for Laurel and Sampaguita Society and gift-giving donors. But I only have a picture for the toast and cheer dun sa online. I didn't get, in fact, I was not able to attend the appreciation event for the fundraising. I think DD attended and GE and a couple of other people, but I failed to attend. So
President Lot, reminder, during the district meeting, huwag mong gamitin yung nakakataranta.
Hindi. No, hey, do not put it in the minutes. Please do not put it in minutes.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Sa atin lang. Sa atin lang.
Carry over of our earlier discussion. Okay. So, okay, next. Thank you. Okay. So club meeting again in August with induction of one new member. For this meeting, we decided already that we will have the theme MORE, which will carry throughout the year. MORE is moving as one with resilience and excellence. So that will be our second year biennium theme for SI Mandaluyong, because we realized that when we reached 27 years, what is it that kept us together through ups and downs? No? So it's really resilience. And then the common desire for excellence in what we do. So aptly, we said, we can have an acronym of MORE. More pa. Diba? More pa of what we have been doing. And because it's also Olympic month noong August, so we decided na, well, let us go with the winning streak of Hedelin Diaz and other Filipino art athletes. So we created a virtual background. Look at that. We have an Olympic thing and the gold medal. So for that, we also asked our members to wear chunky jewelry, depending on what positioning they want, gold, silver, bronze. Okay. So that was also fun. And then we had our raffle. For our 27th anniversary, the club gifted each member a wellness kit, as shown here, which shows our theme and then our virtual background na Olympic gold here. Ang content nito are self-care products like alcohol, sanitizer, soap, lotion, things like that. Okay. And then we had a raffle. Again for self-care products. Ang mga donors, as usual, sila pa rin yung nagpadala sa mga winners ng raffle. Kagaya nito, pair of fragrance soap from Nancy Uy. And then GE donated this, I think, Mark and Spencer's products. And then, ito yung additional. Ito pala yung bag contents namin. May may N95 masks pa pala aside from alcohol, sanitizer, etc. Okay. And then, of course, our new inductee is Tina Bate here. So, the August Club, masyadong madaming reasons for celebration. including it falls under Soroptimist Week also. So, magulong-magulo kami ng August. But everybody had fun during our club meeting. Okay, next, I think I'm on the last. Last is, of course, our final surprise for August is our win for top 9 of the public awareness first ever awarding on region level. And thank you to Chair Mitzi, because in fairness, I have to mention that when we submitted our GACA report, she pointed out things that we did not even really realize were public awareness efforts on our part. And because of that, she was the one who computed the equivalent points, additional GACA points for us. So we thank Chair Mitzi for being such a analytical and thinking pillar to be able to help all the clubs that submitted PA reports for GACA.
And it's a very heartwarming gesture to consider not only top 3 but top 20, kasi somehow it boosts your, yung morale, or makes
Yes.
the necessary encouragement to, yung perception mo na you are, maliit lang ako na club or whatever, and then you get recognized. It does something to the club, di ba?
That's right. That's right. And then, it also disappoints the club when you don't get anything.
Oh, yeah, that's the other side of it.
Because the other side of it, because people know it is not easy work.
Yes, exactly.
When I included here our outstanding award in May sa conference, including our fundraising award for Tell Me Your Project. When we won the outstanding, Ruth had to come in and kind of boost the morale of the club, because we did not win any single award.
Yeah, true.
But upon checking, well, just between us, we learned we're like number 3 sa outstanding. But we did not win anything else.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi naman included yung Tell Me Your Project dito eh. It was announced November pa eh, di ba? Kasi celebrating success ito eh. So ito lang yung nakuha namin, the Outstanding Club Award for May. So medyo I could sense that downhearted yung aming members, no? Kasi bakit isa lang? But Ruth explained, and it also will help for you to understand, pag outstanding ka, that means all the things had been looked at. Okay? And you're outstanding in different fronts. But you may not have gotten enough points to be in the top 3 for a particular project.
Pilar.
For a pillar award.
Yeah.
But you're outstanding. You probably were number 4, but since you did not get dun sa top 3, hindi ka maa-award dun sa pillar award. No?
Yeah.
Yun yung explanation ni Ruth why kami outstanding, pero wala kaming single wala kaming single award. Diba?
Pilar Award.
So, parang naman yung feeling ng mga members, because they know how hard we worked. And it's not easy during the pandemic, di ba? In Metro Manila. Maybe it's a little bit easier in the province. But in Metro Manila, how hard?
Yeah, with all the lockdowns.
All the lockdowns.
We're not to go out.
Very visible ka.
Out.
At saka, coupled with, sinabihan pa tayo from the federation. No face-to-face.
Yeah.
So yun lang siguro. So I think, like Prestit said, heartwarming. It's the first time that PA had this awarding, di ba?
Yes.
And I think pinag-isipan ni Chair Mitzi also. Bakit siya magto-20? Naging 40 pa nga because may mga double, di ba?
Yes, yes.
Magto 40. It's because nga to support, to raise the morale of the different clubs. Kasi people try, but if you only have like 1 or 2 or 3 na pinagkukumpitan na award, anong pag-asa mo doon?
And they're almost the same clubs. So you just get the
Ah,
impression na sila
oo.
na lang ba yung clubs sa Sur Optimist? Yun actually yung feedback.
Trabaho, no? Okay.
Actually, yun yung feedback eh. Parang, yeah, you know.
Yeah, so I think this is a very good step yung And like I said, I was so encouraged by the fact na she texted me after submission of the GACA and told me na you did not count this. And for this I'm going to give you these points. And the total is ganon. Nagulat kami kasi we didn't even think of counting those things as PA.
Yes, right.
So how nice that she thought, individually of each club as they submitted reports and really thought through what it is that can encourage and also what it is that they deserve, di ba?
So
thank
that
you, Chairman.
that only shows that there is something lacking in the GACA that we are filling out every year.
Yes.
Kasi if you have to stick by all the di ba, yung line by line GACA items that you will have to fill out, you will realize na there really is need for rethinking of the GACA for yeah.
Agree. So I hope the task force that was created will do good work with the
Yes, no?
reforms. Yeah.
Ano yung example ng sabi mo na hindi we didn't consider as a PA but it was counted?
May mga activities kami na hindi namin kinonsider yung PA impact.
Yeah, right. True.
No?
Oo.
And she corrected that. I mean, you didn't even, of course, hindi ko lang maalala kung ano yun. But she corrected that. And
President Lot, for example, yung fundraising project nyo, yung Saturday Night Fever, can be also considered as public awareness.
Actually, pinoint out na yun.
Pero nilagay nyo lang sa fundraising, di ba?
Yes, oo. Yeah. Tapos, hindi pala yun. Ayun, naalala ko na. Tapos, we have these webinars, no? Yung webinars namin intended for membership development. Yung Feminism 101, yung violence against women, yung mga webinar namin na gano'n. It's really originally intended for membership development. But she's saying you included all the region. You invited all the region.
True.
And these were very good topics and people learn from them. So that's still public awareness because people are more aware that your club thinks this way and are able to produce this kind of activities. So yung ganun ba, yun ang naalala ko na pinoint out niya yun kasi we didn't really think of the PA value. Okay. So yun. I think that's my last sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Lot. Now we go to Makati. SI Makati.
Thank you, Pres Susan.
Okay. Oops.
Can you start from the beginning?
Is that
Isa pa. Membership. Okay. Good afternoon to everybody. This is our report for SI Makati. I would first like to introduce to you the officers of our club. I'm Dolly Buenaflor. My next president-elect, our next president-elect is Chin Nazildorf. And then we have our next our member Pilar, membership Pilar, which is Josie Puy, Nanette
Vice
Valdez,
President.
Vice President. Nanette Valdez is the recording secretary. Beth Cristobal is the corresponding secretary. Bessie Escalona is the treasurer. Evelyn San Buenaventura is our PRO. And of course, everybody knows Tess Choi, who's a director and a PPSIA. And Uchi Angeles, of course, who is a DDE. Next slide, please. Okay. We have now 21 members in our club. And I'm showing you the club members just to make them presented. Beth Daluraya, Mirna Delfin, Cynthia De Dios, Ellen Fajardo, Nadine Bustillo, Tada Medado, Charito Mercader, Mimi Noble, Chuchi Austria, Inday Del Rosario, Ching Yubico, and Willette Valdez. You will notice that in our club, we lost 3 members this year. Very cherished members like Cherry Tumaneng, our past governor, also past president of SI Makati, Laling Ordonez, past president also of SI Makati, and Selinang, another past president of SI.
No, not Selena. Si Nilda Rotor.
Nilda Rotor, yeah. So Selinang also, di ba? Anyway, so it's so hard because if you will notice, we have 2 young ones now, Tata Medado and Millet, and all the rest were young ones, OSC. So you have the young ones and the young ones. It's so difficult for us to get members right now because of the pandemic, and also but we really need young members in our club. So we're working on that. Okay, next slide. Okay, our program pillar. Okay, these are our program pillar. Go back to the other. Hello, can you go back to the previous?
I'll just close the other one. Yeah. This one.
Anyway, we have grantees, no? Okay, for the Voice of the Free, we have four grantees.
Dalawa lang.
Okay, for the BS Education at the Philippine Normal University, we have 5. For the Dean Honorio Ventura School University, we have 1. So that's a total of 10. Let me just put it individually. For the Philippine Normal College, those getting BS Education, we have 5 members. For those getting BS Education and at the Lady of Fatima and BSBA Hospital 1, in Our Lady of Fatima 4, and in the Don Ventura State University, we have 1. So these are our grantees right now. Next slide, please. Okay, continuation of our program pillar. We are in partnership with the UP Los Baños Adapt Student Program. Also, our target is to get 5 third-year students, the one almost finishing their course, and 1 IT-related course for the year 2021 to 2023. Okay, so that's what we're targeting to have, adopt a student program. And we have our qualifications that we have listed down for the adopted student program, like they must have, it must be a female junior or seniors of junior and senior standing, taking up BS Computer Science, must have obtained a general weighted average of at least 2 with no grade of 5 or unremoved 4 or incomplete in the semester immediately preceding the application. Must belong to a family whose gross income is not more than 80,000 per annum. Must not be a recent recipient of any scholarship and must be enrolled in at least 15 units at a time of the award of the grant. Okay, so we're still working on this. Okay, and the next one, please. Next slide. Program pillar, adopt a PNP Women's Desk. We have given continuously bond papers, which was donated by Chini Rico as office supplies, and Mimi Noble donated goodies for the victims of abuse and violence. So we are showing here the picture of samples of what we have given, supplies and food. Okay, next slide, please. Fundraising pillar. Okay. Our partner organization and individual members fund. The SIPR programs, club programs like LEAP, extended to underprivileged deserving girls, realized their dream of a college education and provided opportunities for economic empowerment. Our annual target is 500,000. This is still being worked on. Next slide, please. There is a pandemic challenge, of course, to everybody because of this pandemic. Okay, so, but even if with this pandemic, our members have not stopped helping. Some of our members were cooped up and couldn't return here. They're in their provinces, some are overseas. But just to give an example of how some have that they're given, you will notice that in 100 kids of Southern Philippines Medical Center in Davao City Regional Hospital, 100 kids were given to Metro Davao Medical Research Center and 50 kids to employees and household staff members. This was donated by one of our club members. We also donated 250 kits. Where was this? Anyway,
employees and household staff.
Employees and household staff. Yeah. So this is you will see here in on the right side the picture of the kits that were donated. So just to give you an idea, and this was donated. 30,000 in Baguio was donated by Tess Choi. She was cooped up there. In Daig del Rosario, who was cooped up in Davao, was the one who gave the 250 kits. And the 150 kits, which contained the digital thermometer, oximeter, 10 disposable surgical masks, 1 bottle isopropyl alcohol, 7 pieces of paracetamol tablets, 7 pieces of ascorbic acid. Okay, next. Despite the pandemic challenge also, Inday del Rosario also gave 12 tablets with Wi-Fi for the use of her employer's children in their online classes. So because now children don't go to school, they do online classes, she donated the tablets. These are all done in the name of SI Makati. Next, please. Other things that we donated is the PGH, Assistance of Mineral Water, 980 bottles. we donated 980 bottles to the Philippine General Hospital. Next slide. For our public awareness, we have thought of this because this is what we're going to achieve, no? We're putting up a website, a Facebook, and an Instagram. By the end of 2021, we will be able to convey club scheme messages and advocacies through digital platforms to target audiences. That's the end of
Question,
yes.
President Dali. You mentioned about putting up a website. We have already a website, the SIAPR website na update nyo lang. Hoy, masyadong mahal if you put up your own website, ha?
Okay,
Yes,
we will
yes.
do.
So we have our own.
Tama yan,
Update mo
Didi.
lang. You
Actually,
can
it's
send your pictures to Just Kajiwat.
the contents. It's the contents.
Content.
And you have paid for it already, start of the bayin yung last.
Oo. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, President Dali. We now next, wala ang Ortigas, wala ang San Juan, so we go to SI Pasig.
Okay, I'll just open my file.
You're doing a great job, President Susan.
Thank you, thank you.
Galing mo, paturo naman.
Pwede. Pero hinahanap ko yung file ko yun. This one is going to be short. Short and
Oo.
sweet.
Yeah, oo.
Okay. Pinapahirapan ko actually sa sarili. Yeah.
Sige. Oh, yung cute naman ito. Oh my gosh. I feel so Jurassic.
Afternoon and welcome to SI Pasig.
Good afternoon.
Oops, I think I opened the wrong file. Wait, sorry. Ayan, nawala yung aking file. Kakayos ng ibang presentation. Sorry.
Kawawa naman.
Uy, may Mayor Vico Soto ka. Pakiuna na lang yan. Natawa si Didi.
Wala. As in, wala yung aking file. Wait, I will stop share first. Sorry. Nawawala.
Binati kita ng maaga, no?
Kasi yung, actually naghang kanina, that's why I had to, I already opened the files and then naghang siya dahil hindi kinaya ng laptop ko dahil malalaki pala yung mga files. PowerPoint. So hindi siya kinaya ng laptop ko. Okay, so welcome to SI Pasig. We were chartered last July 2021. We have 13 members now. The charter members. So, unfortunately, our like Myla cannot attend the meeting. So we have Myla as our president-elect and Chel VP. Our secretary is Margie and treasurer G. de la Merced. And we have as our auditor, Police Lieutenant Rizal Guevara. And we have other board members, Russell, Being, and Winnie. She's from the Pasig Information Office of Mayor Vico. And then we have Lani, Pom, Susan, another Susan, and Edita. Edita is right now in the US, so West Coast. So hindi siya talaga maka-attend ng mga meetings namin dahil because of the time difference, na it's very early morning at her place. Okay. We have already identified our pillar chairs. So we have for the membership si Myla Abeleda, because yun nga, we also would like to look into yung getting younger, some more younger members. And then for the program, we have Chel Bracamonte, our VP. And with fundraising, walang gustong kumuha ng fundraising. So sige, sabi ko, ako na lang. And of course, the treasurer. And for public awareness, si Russell, who is also our PRO. We had our first board meeting last August 19, which was also our pre-meeting for our first general membership meeting. We meet every last Thursday of August. So the week before we had this, and we came up with this teaser for our upcoming meeting, yung open hand, the 5. So actually, this was in relation to our theme. Hindi siya theme na project theme like the more of SI Mandaluyong. It's really more of because we're a new organization, we don't know each other, we haven't met physically. So parang just to keep the group together, this is the theme that we came up with. Let us be a sunflower to one another. And later I will tell you more about that. Okay. So for the first Pasig general membership meeting, where TP was also present, we made everyone do the five open hand, which is actually to symbolize the sunflower, because that's the only way we can parang imbis na yung, di ba, may Korean heart, so sabi namin, ano yung sunflower? So it's the open hand, and it's also the open hand is also the sign of generosity, which is, and of giving, which is what we want to, or we are espousing in SI. But at the same time, yung 5-point agenda for each one of us who are actually our first, or we are all new in SI Pasig. So this is what we wanted to, for everyone to look into is the 5-point agenda, the impact that you want to achieve by joining SI of Pasig, for myself, for family, for women and children, and for the Philippines. We wanted to do parang team building, strat planning, but because we have very little time for the first meeting, kasi nga marami ng projects na we should start, and but very little time. So sabi ko, we will just start with this one for everyone to think about it, and then we'll schedule another meeting. But really, we just want to make sure that the group is intact as in terms of our objectives. Of course, may kanya-kanyang goals yan, may objectives for why they joined. And we just want to make sure that we will be able to address itong mga goals nila. Okay? As part of that meeting, we also have the Q&A on LIDA with Chair Marivic Verhel de Jos. Because yun nga, we believe this is the very first project that we need to implement, considering na may deadline na November 15, and we have, of course, the $1,000 already for our winner. Okay. For that meeting, we also had somebody talk about the Bayanihan Breastfeeding Center, which was a good parang it looks like a good project. But at this point, ang priority namin will be to do yung mga projects ng, kumbaga, like the LIDA and the DB and the Adopt the Barangay. But this one is something na can be like if you have a barangay, and then you can actually have this Bayanihan Breastfeeding Center in that barangay. Parang ganun siya. So the group will provide all the equipments and the furnitures to come up with a breastfeeding center, and then ang kailangan lang nito is a partner who will run the center, but everything will be provided by them. Okay, so in terms of public awareness, so for the past month, ito pa lang nagagawa namin talaga is the public awareness. So we have our Facebook page. We have already updated with details of the chartering. We have already 70 plus likes. So if you can like our page so that it will get more visits and kasi ang ano dyan is if you get more of your friends to like it, and then it gets mas maraming like kasi.
Yes.
Like out of the 70, 50 plus are my friends. So gano'n. So kailangan pa talaga i-push with the other members to, diba, hindi na, very busy sila, hindi na rin pati sila nag-Facebook, yung ganyan. So, but I think Facebook page is still worth the PA.
Yeah, that's right. Oo. Send me an FR.
And then, ito yung pinaka...
An FR. I'll use that initial also, FR.
Friend para malike ko yung ano ng SM.
Oh, BFF nila si Vico.
We had a courtesy call with Mayor Vico Soto just yesterday. So very fresh news.
Wow naman. Oh my gosh. I would risk the virus just to see.
Yes, ha?
Biro lang.
Nandiyan ang anak mo, ha?
Wala.
Authority was there. Tapos in-announce ni Vico today na close yung city administrator's office because they have a lot of stuff
Talaga.
Tapos nagdala ng virus.
Wala kayong nakuha doon?
Because they tested positive yesterday. So ibig sabihin, wala na sila doon kahapon. Diba?
Okay.
Tinetest the day before.
Maria Joseph.
Mabuti na tuloy yung courtesy call. Hindi nagsara.
Oo. DD pero 6th floor naman daw yung city administrator.
Okay. Nasa 8th floor si Vico.
Sa 8th floor kami.
Didi, meron na palang vest ngayon.
Na?
Meron na palang vest.
Meron na ba? Meron na, sabi ni Lerma?
Meron na ba? Meron na silang vest Sila, Press Susan.
Yeah, this was the gift
Si Beth. Oo. Meron na silang vest. Yan ang gift ko sa kanila.
Meron na sila sa
Galing
SIHR?
sa Galing sa HQ?
Yes.
Meron na.
Meron na. Ilang beses na ako nagtanong kay Lerma, ha? Walang sagot.
Talaga?
Oo, since March because we had 6 members inducted in March. Tapos hindi siya
I was
sumagot.
able to get 13 kasi 13 ng members nila.
Baka nakalimutan lang niya akong i-update na meron na pala.
Okay.
How much is each vest?
Parang 2,000 something.
Ganun na kamahal?
Yes.
Dati 1.5.
1,500.
Sige, tanong ko yung mga new members ko kung sino.
Di balik, gamit na gamit.
Oo, totoo. That's true.
So we were actually just 6 from the Pasig Information Office. She works there, and
Yes, oo, nice.
Yeah.
So we we gave him a flower, an orchid plant na yellow.
Dami regalo ni Susan eh. May food.
Yung food ginawa ni Margie, nag-bake niya yun. So because we wanted something personalized. And I think this is another good news. So si Didi presented the request for a landmark in Pasig. So we have him here looking at the landmark which he approved. So we just need to out the details, but he has approved for a landmark bang tawag yun? Tama.
Mr. Optimist marker.
Marker.
Mr. Optimist marker. Oo.
Hindi.
It was very fun and easy talking to the mayor. Walang ka-ere-ere.
Kasama dapat yan si Pitits next time. President Susan.
Sayang. Kasi actually,
Oo. Hindi narinig ni President Tits. President Tits, sasama ka raw ni President Susan
Next time.
in the next call.
Happy to risk going out.
Now you change. How dare you?
so we will post that, of course, in Facebook and
Oh,
Nice.
sigurado.
Like nyo.
Sigurado
Maraming like yan.
Yeah, oo. Basta padala ka na ng FR, Susan, I'll accept. Tapos Okay.
so we were able to attend the last 3 webinars. So we have yung sa membership
Events.
and then the
Fundraising.
public awareness. Yung sa public awareness lang na-late kami pareho ni Chel. Doon na kami sa awarding. Nakita ko naman yung awarding for the MMSD. Pero yung, there was supposed to be a webinar, yung parang toolkit or something on social media.
Yes, oo. Given by,
Teacher Mitzi yung
given
Right.
by Mitzi. Yes.
So, kasi na-miss namin, so, is that available in the...
I'm sure may recording siya, Pre Susan.
Yes, sa headquarters kay Lerma, I think she will have a recording.
Kasi na-miss namin yung, ang naabutan na lang namin, I was out in the road so na-miss namin yung pinaka-webinar and then we just awarding. Okay, so that's it. So far what we have, and then of course we're
Thank
planning.
you. You're on the right track, Susan. President Susan.
Yes, right.
Yes. Go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
Thank you. Now we
Pero-
come to the district director's time. Of course, first topic will be the district meeting on September 18 at 3 p.m.
18.
The presidents are required to make a PowerPoint report. Pwede bang, meron tayong, di ba, time allowance for each president para hindi masyadong mahaba?
Yes,
Ano sa palagay nyo? 7 minutes? Okay na sa inyo?
Last time, naharas kami doon.
Yeah.
Naharas kayo?
Oo,
Remember?
last time we were limited to 8 slides, remember?
Oo.
Oo. I really do not know. Siguro dapat maikli.
Pero sa tingin ko, ang mahabang report lang yung SI Mandaluyong. No? Kasi ang dami na nilang activity.
Oo.
Ang dami na activity for 2 months.
Yeah. At saka ako kasi Didi, Dorothy, I just thought for the sake of time, I'll not include the one that I reported on already. So I did not submit the slides for the one that I reported. So
you will make another set of slides. Another
because I
report.
thought anyway we're gonna have dry runs naman, at least 2. Di ba? We will be having a dry
A
run.
dry run? Okay.
Yes, oo, di ba?
Kailan nyo gusto?
Kasi kailangan together with the MC and then of course our technical crew.
Humihingi nga pala ng dry run si Teka.
Tapos dapat I do not know really, but do we do freestyle of reporting, so we do not have to arrange them according to pillar, just what we did
Oh,
last
okay,
year.
yeah. Oo.
Kasi what we did last year was to do it membership, then
Membership,
program.
yeah. Oo.
Now it's
Free
freestyle.
kasi wala pa naman kayong masyadong activities.
Okay, and we will
for
be
the
limited
4 pillars.
we will only be limited to the start of the biennium up to the current
Oo,
month.
oo, yung mga adapt, barangay, ganon, and then donations.
Baka meron tayong kailangang sunurin na basic format like
Yeah,
we should
right.
start
Ang
with the view of
basic
our
wala
membership.
naman basic format ang ang region. Ang sa akin lang ay i-format na lang doon sa
Pero for
4
MMSD,
pillars.
pwede.
4
Pwede na.
pillars. Oo.
So i-format na lang sa 4 pillars, Didi.
Oo. Kung
Okay.
pwede.
Sige. Okay.
Can we have a meeting on the 9th, Thursday, 3 p.m.? Parang yan na yung practice natin.
Hindi naman, napakalayo pa dun sa 18.
Sa
Kasi
18.
yung mangyayari
Ano
pa yan na
gusto nyo?
idadagdag namin ng September.
Okay.
Oo.
So between 13 to 16.
18 ang natin, di ba, ang district?
Yes. Yes.
From 18 count back.
Ilan? 15. Wednesday
15.
o Thursday.
But Thursday, we're booked that day kasi GMM for my club, and then summit.
Okay.
It's the summit also. Well, can we have it September 14th?
14, Tuesday.
Oo.
Okay. Take note.
So isang dry run. Isang dry run
Isa lang. Kasi parang nag-practice na tayo ngayon eh.
Oo, okay,
Isang
sige.
dry run na lang. Tuesday,
Tapos time
14.
limit would be at most 8 minutes.
8. Kasi meron pa tayong, di ba, always para sa district we have a guest speaker.
Wag naman ganun kahaba. Naalala mo last year?
Oo nga.
OMG, parang hindi naman siya district meeting.
Hindi, time.
Ngayon masasabihan sila ha.
Remember what happened last year?
Yeah, it did
Di ba
not feel like
tayo ng region?
Oo nga
it
eh.
did not feel like a district.
Tagal.
Oo. Me, I don't like.
I don't
What time on did you say September 14? What time? 3?
3 p.m.
3 p.m. Okay.
Madali tayo because kasama sila. Yung mga presentation nila na mas
Oo nga eh.
Kaya natin iniklian. Tama.
Share.
But that's our time.
Yeah.
Dapat tayo yung center.
Dapat sila nakikinig sa atin.
At sila gumawa ng iba nilang meeting after.
Diyan pa ba si Bessie? Bessie, are you still there?
Kasi
Wala
na
yung
wala na si
Diba?
Bessie.
Inis tayo, no? Nag-meeting tayo after.
Oo.
Kasi naharas tayong lahat. We were so limited with time. Tapos, ang hahaba ng kanilang presentation. We were biting our fingernails.
Pwede ba ako mag-share screen on the agenda?
I will make you host.
For the
Okay.
for the what? For the
district.
Tama pala.
Okay.
Make DD co-host, Susan, please.
Ayaw pa.
Ay, nakalimutan ko. What time tayo sa 14? Afternoon ba?
3 o'clock daw.
3 ulit.
Oo.
Okay.
14.
Kung pa ba ang host?
Didi Dorothy, who's gonna host? Me pa rin?
Pala ang
Hindi.
mag-host.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. Kasi
Hindi,
nininervyos ako kasi kung minsan unstable yung aking connection pag hapon.
Okay.
So hindi ako mag-host, Didi Dorothy.
No.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Tits, you have to make Didi co-host.
Okay.
Co-host lang. Make her host.
Si Didi Dorothy yung aking i-co-host.
So she can share.
Yeah, okay. Didi Dorothy, okay na?
Okay. Saan ko kukuhanin? Select a window. Whiteboard, iPhone, pad. Hala. Saan ko kukuhanin? Nasa desktop ko eh.
Oh, kung saang file?
Open mo na yung file.
Open yung file.
President Susan, kunyari, may alam ako, no? OMG.
Paano ako pupunta sa ano? Sa desktop.
Desktop. Click your file. So it
Wala
will come
nga,
out
hindi
on
ko
your
nga
screen.
makita eh.
Can you send it to Susan? Yung papakita mo, better. Send it to you, Susan, via email
An
Okay.
email or Power or Viber. Which one?
or Viber. Baka mas
I-stop ko yung aking video o ano. Leave.
No, no.
Lilive ako.
No, you don't. No, you don't have to.
Ma-off ka from Zoom.
Punta ka sa file mo and then send to.
Right click.
Ay, nako. Teka, tawagin ko yung app ko.
Kailangan meron tayong President Susan, how did you get to share screen ganun kabilis mag-PowerPoint? Kinukue mo na yung mga slides.
Naka-open na yung mga files. Kaya lang, pag sobrang laki ng file, yung aking, hindi na masyadong bago yung aking laptop. So, nag-hang kanina yung PowerPoint. But, pwede kasi you shared just a portion of yours, parang window lang. Tapos, ilalagay mo lang siya doon. Hindi ka na mag-stop share and ano. Kaya lang makikita rin yung, di ba nakita niyo minsan yung mga...
Yes. Oo, yeah. Kasi last year, ang host, yung technical namin, si Charisse, I don't know if you met her na. Tapos may kasama pa siyang isa pa, may dala ding gadget, yung daughter niya. May isa pang laptop para matulungan siya. Pero ikaw kayang-kaya mo, ha?
Kaya naman.
I can volunteer to be your backup, President Susan. As long as I have all the files, let's say if this will be for the district meeting, i-sequence mo na. If you can have everything in a folder,
You can share the folder.
Share the folder.
Anyway, may dry run naman tayo. So I don't think it's gonna be.
Yeah. Ito na. Dumating na si Apo.
Yung agenda.
Yeah, we see it now.
Irma will be already pumayag na si Irma
Si Mimi,
Magko.
my God.
Si Mimi pala, si Mimi. Ayun.
Hindi na siya PE, ha? Hindi na siya
oo
PE.
nga. That's correct.
Oo. Past president past president siya.
Director.
Director, pero director for the club, pero do we use director?
PP na lang.
PP na
past
lang.
president.
Yeah, PP
Okay,
past president.
thank you. And then, of course, we usually have the call to order, prayer and thoughts for the day, DDE. Then we have the
Carino Angeles.
Carino Angeles, okay.
Tapos mali yung date sa taas, Didi. Is di 2021 na ngayon?
Okay.
Okay.
And then, papadala pa naman to kay Gob. Philippine National Anthem, Soroptimist Pledge, Acknowledgement of Guest,
Angeles.
Yes, oo.
Carino. Ang haba naman ang pangalan mo eh. DDE Lourdes Carino Angeles.
Sino ang guest natin, Didi?
Wala. Ang guest, mamaya. Welcome
Okay.
remarks, district director's time, and then a report of the club president. Parang ginawa natin this afternoon, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Then, may intermission number. Ito, wala pa akong singer. Baka meron kayong mas-suggest. Kasi ayoko na si James Uy, masyado na siyang
Overexposed.
overexposed.
Nauubusan na nga siya ng kanta eh.
So, wala
And then,
no excitement.
And then itong updates from SIAPR, magbabago to. It will be number 1, we have the SIAPR ano bang tawag doon? SIAPR Leadership Academy. Meron ini-establish na to. And then the GACA revision of the GACA by Governor-elect Gigi Peñalosa.
So may revised ka na. Okay.
Wala pa, in the planning stage. Sasabihin lang niya yung yung plans.
Okay.
And also for the Leadership Academy, sasabihin din ni forgot her name. From Bulacan sasabihin din niya yung plans for the Leadership Academy.
Okay.
Ayun. Open to all naman. Siyempre, umpisa sa district directors. Ayun. And then, by the way, when I reported noon sa last Saturday sa board meeting, ang tanong ni Gov is to tell your strategies. I hope, sabi niya, makompleto na, and then the budget. Kailangan the club should have a budget. Each club dapat mayroong budget. And if you can also report on that during the district meeting.
So report also on
Strategies.
program strategies.
Oo. Siguro yung proposed programs, di ba?
Yes.
And budget yun.
Didi, Didi,
Oo.
parang pinapahirap yata na tinatawag na strategic plans. Yung 1 year, hindi naman strategic yun. Pinapahirap lang nila.
Plano lang. Plano yan.
Plano lang.
It's operational
Action.
plan, sinasabi nila.
Action plans for the second half of the biennium.
At saka concern pa ba ng region yung budget? Hindi ba club concern yun? Wala.
Ano lang yung programs nyo? Ano yung natin ginagawa programs for members nyo? For the 4 pillars, unstable ang connection ko. For the 4 pillars. Oo.
Kasi kung, as president,
Yun naman ang may concern yun
I can rattle off budget and but I still have to consult my club, di ba?
Oo.
And how much time do I have?
Yung meeting nyo, no? Kailangan yung meeting nyo with the club.
Kasi parang hindi naman, parang misrepresentation naman yun, that just for the sake of having something to report, di ba? I have an approved budget.
It's okay if you cannot report on it.
Okay na lang, tanggalin na lang.
Hindi naman niya yan. Iko-correct.
Para sa akin din, why do we present a budget to the region when they have nothing to do with the way we raise money for our projects?
Exactly.
Natulong sila na mag-support ng projects natin.
Ewan ko, hindi ko alam.
Pero dapat internal lang sa ating club yung budget na yan. Kasi
yes.
Contribution
Exactly. Except for SI Makati. Kasi
may award ng LYDA or Unsung Hero. Pero otherwise, our pillar projects are our concern and our anong tawag dito? Our worry.
Hindi, baka hingan tayo ng dagdag na
contribution. Mag-donate sa governor dahil nakikitang wala kayong funds.
Hindi nyo alam, pag nag-fundraising, dapat magbibigay kayo ng 10% sa
Yes.
region.
Nagbigay
Yun
kami.
yun.
Given na yan ha,
Yeah,
given na.
10%.
Oy, Didi, yung
Oo.
20,000 sa LYD, sina
Oh.
net kinonfirm, it's really 20,000. It
For
will be
this
coming,
year. For
it will
this
be
year.
coming from SIAPR.
For this year. Mm-mm.
In district, district cash award.
So mag 20,000. So maiiwan na lang sa ating bangko.
Coming from SIAPR daw, sabi ni Nanette.
Yung for the district, sila magbabayad?
Magkano
Oo.
ang SIAPR?
Kaya
How
sinabi
much is
ko,
from the
yung
SIAPR?
20,000 sa LYD yung district level cash award. Sinanet confirms it's 20K and it will be from SIAPR. Nabanggit ko na yan because I texted her and I think this is where the SIAPR budget is coming from. Yon.
Pero yung 5,000 na sa region, dollars. Kanina
Totoo yun.
SIA. SIA.
pataas.
SIA yun.
Hindi lang,
Dollars denominated eh.
dollars. SIA. Okay, ano pa ba? Tingnan ko yung notes ko. Report.
So this program will be revised, no?
Oo.
Mm-mm.
Pero more or less, yan na yun ang ating topics. More or less.
Okay.
Ito lang number
9.
9. Number 9. Bababago yan because nilagay ko dyan computerized. Hanggang ngayon wala pa. Because computerization is based on the GACA finalization. Dapat mauna mo na ang ma-final ang GACA, yung revised GACA before the computerization reporting. Kaya
Oo. Ito yung quarterly na dapat ginagawa natin.
quarterly, oo.
Mm-mm.
Ayun. Kasi daw, ang niyan, in the whole Philippines region, ilang clubs tayo?
80 plus.
92.
Only 28
92.
reported.
So,
28 lang daw ang nag-report.
Nag-report ng
Computerized.
GACA. Diba? 28 lang daw ang nag-report.
So,
very
may
discouraged
report.
si
So by making
Governor.
us report on budget, will that increase the number of clubs that will report for GACA?
To decrease.
I think it will lessen
I
it.
don't think so.
I will respond to that.
Ano?
I think one challenge is the year end. And it's so difficult for clubs to recall what has happened during the prior biennium, di ba? So ang ginagawa ngayon, kina-quarter.
Yeah.
So quarter, kumbaga, tapos na.
Oo.
So every quarter.
At least
oo.
at the end of the
At the
biennium,
end of the
submission.
biennium, you just add up kung
Oo.
quantification niya, you just add up the points.
Yeah,
Oo.
right. Yes. Tama yun. That's really very true din.
Excel.
Oo.
Oo.
Excel na lang. Tama. Yeah. Parang hinimay-himay na lang yung ating
Oo,
task.
kumbaga sa
hindi na kayo
corporate
mahirapan.
quarterly report, performance
Yes.
report. Oo.
Yes. Oo.
So maghahabol ka ngayon. Kung last quarter kulang, maghahabol ka for the next quarter. Pero kung sufficiente ka na, okay ka lang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Until the end of the year, okay.
Mm-mm. That's good.
Kung ako rito, dadagdag ko pa to minimum GACA points.
We will see sa ating district meeting anong plano ni GE.
Oo.
Yun ang sasabihin
Oo.
niya because sinabi na niya during our board meeting anong plano niya. And
Oo.
okay naman. Very okay naman.
Kasi kung 28 out of 92 clubs, say 30 out of
96.
96 ba? O less than 30% lang yun.
Oo nga.
Ang baba ng
Nag-report.
na nag-report. Oo.
At saka there was really a mix up of yung instructions kasi ang una sabi nila kailangan daw ring bound. Remember? Ring bound daw siya, deadline April 5, but it just happened na lockdown that time. Do you
Oo.
still remember this year yung April?
Oo. Meron
di ba?
soft copy. May
Oo.
soft copy na may hard copy pa.
Yes,
Sabi ko,
oo.
I will not submit the hard copy. Why? Sabi ko, how do you at this time,
Oo,
everything is done electronically. So why hard copy?
Oo. So talagang I had to comply. Talagang finorce namin yung issue na mapa-ring bind and then mapa-LBC, yung ganung tipo.
May ring
But-
bind pa? Ikaw?
Ni-ring bind ko pa
Christine?
siya. Oo. Grabe.
Against the environment yan. Diba?
Tapos inayos namin ulit.
Paper-based.
Tapos nung sinabi nila na kailangang e-file, e-report naman. So I had
Yeah.
to organize it
Better.
again. Parang gano'n.
Better. Everything is now through electronic.
Yeah.
It's done through electronic. Right.
But anyway, I think yung 30% lang yung GACA, it's the pandemic.
Yes.
Pero wala naman talagang naging support ang mga club to learn how to deal with the pandemic
Mm-mm.
in terms of project development and implementation. At yung mga kailangan ng budget, hindi naman sila maka-fundraise agad-agad, di ba?
Right.
During
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So maraming consideration yon. We cannot really look at it very simplistically na nung term niya naging 30% yung GACA. Hindi. Nung term niya, pandemic.
Tama.
Has there been a deterioration, Didi?
Nawala si Didi.
No?
Kasi
Didi.
kung
Kung
Hindi,
i-compare
I did
sa
not see
previous,
yung
ang nag-submit lang ng GACA ay 28 clubs. So compared to the previous, meron bang deterioration in terms
Wala.
of number?
Walang
Walang comparison.
walang comparison.
I'm sure talagang
Yeah.
umagsak. But because the conditions are very,
Different.
Oo,
Different.
oo.
Oo. For one thing, it's already difficult for us here in NCR, yung connectivity problems natin, di ba? How much more yung nasa probinsya?
Yeah.
Di ba?
You not communicate with your beneficiaries, with your constituents. Paano yon?
Yeah.
Di ba?
True.
Tapos nagkaroon pa ng federation, no face-to-face. Lalo
Yes,
nang
Personal
exactly.
dapat eh.
Oo.
lalo nang ayaw lumabas sa mga tao because of that.
Mm-mm. Tsaka yung even our members, you know.
Siyempre ako lumabas pa rin, wala lang picture taking. I mean, di ba? Mga unrealistic
COVID katuloy. Ay, hindi.
Pero if you
COVID na ako
cannot do it, yung budget, wag nyo na i-report. Wala namang
Diba? Ako
problem
talaga,
yun.
I do not see the point. I don't see the point unless bibigyan nila ng suporta ang club.
Yeah. Oo, parang exercise in
Ako yung
futility nga eh.
kumakayod, no? Bakit ko pa papaalam sa kanila?
Maganda din, Lot, maganda din na merong
idea.
nalalagay na budget. Ideal yun. Para
Ideal.
based on the budget, diba, you have your programs and then more or less what is your projected budget. So in your fundraising, your funds to raise will cover your expenses for all the programs.
But that's
Yeah.
for the club to look at.
For the club.
For the region. Sa club talaga meron dapat yun, but not for the
yeah.
region.
Sa
Yeah.
SI Antipolo, July, PE Events can back me up on this. We had our planning already, pati budgeting. So I presented to them the amount of money we spent per item for all the things that we did for the first year of my biennium. So maybe that can be a basis for presenting. So like we spent 247,000 total for all the things that we did. Di ba, Biens, remember?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
told
but
the club,
more,
more or
but not-
less,
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less we're gonna spend about this much for the IBI, about this much. Siguro pwede yon. Pero yung sinasabi nila na you know, you present a budget, parang 'di ba?
But you know, like may biglang project like the pandemic challenge. That's very, di ba? That's very short notice, and we raise funds from members' pockets. So that's not in the budget even.
Yeah.
Actually, to tell you the truth, hindi ko man naintindihan ano yung pandemic challenge. Vis-a-vis the sustainable livelihood
Yeah.
na trust government.
Yung
Yeah,
pandemic, how you
Did not
responded.
really
I did not, alam mo, I did not submit anything for pandemic challenge last year kasi, you know, tama ka na President Lot, it did not even enter my...
Nagulat pa ako na may gaka na ganung item.
Oo, pati yung livelihood, remember?
Tatanungin tayo.
Nag-usap pa tayo.
Ano ba yung livelihood? Ay, nako. Anyway. Okay.
Best effort.
Yeah, pero kung hindi po pwede tanggalin na lang. Let's agree na lang para ano.
Basta
Para
for me, no
para hindi
budget to be
mapansin.
presented, no budget presented to the region. Yung budget is just the concern of my club.
Okay.
Well, if you look at it on the positive, on the flip side, you know, maybe the region would want to help. Di ba? Oh.
Yeah, really?
Oh, no.
So, halimbawa, budget, SI Mandaluyong, 1 million. Oh, ayaw mo ba bibigyan ka ng ng 500,000?
Hindi mangyayari.
Hindi mangyayari.
Wala silang pera.
Realistically.
Andyan ba si President Susan? Don't raise your hopes too high.
Realistically, hindi.
Eh, Susan nga, wala iba budget dahil wala pang funds yan eh.
Hindi.
Maghahanap pa kami ng beneficiaries.
Oo. Yung scholarship program nga namin, may mga pledges sa members, you know, that kind of a thing. Kasi, 'di ba, how difficult is it to raise funds these days?
Okay. Yung scholarship namin answered for na from private sponsors. I don't want that kind of to be a burden to the members.
Exactly. Pero mabuti nga yung mga members ko talagang pledge kapag community pantry pledge.
Oo.
Oh, lalo na yan si Bendet, ayan.
So,
Benz, no?
Very seldom kong hiningian ng members during the first year.
Tama yun.
wala kami kasing corporate partners.
How do you get corporate partners?
Kami din, wala naman.
Connection.
It's really just
Pero
network.
eventually, Benz, for our scholarship program, I think we follow the model ng Makati because they're very good, yung LEAP program.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have to go to another meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nagawa kong
Before we end, with your concurrence, presidents of the clubs, yung I know there's a time limit for our report and it only covers 1 quarter. Is it all right with you that I present a video lang of my report to my club summarizing what we did for the first year of my biennium? It's a video lang. Tuloy-tuloy lang na video.
Video with talk.
Meron lang siyang text. Si Bendet can kasi I presented it during our year end, yung June, before we started the next semester. I presented it to the club. So sayang naman because I spent quite for the video.
Pwede rin video.
Oo, pwede ba yun? It's tuloy-tuloy lang. So sige, thank you.
That's 1 year.
Don't have to
Pero it's about 5 to 6 minutes lang na video. Okay lang ba?
Okay lang.
Okay.
Pero yan yung year 1.
Hindi na sila magsasalita. That's better.
Pero teka, you're talking about year 1 of the biennium, not
Yes.
the
Oo, kasi
district meeting?
pansin mo, President Lot, in one video, I think Makati, they presented the officers there sa start. For that video, doon ko na nilagay yung mga officers. So hindi ko na kailangan ulitin.
Doon mo na nilagay yung
Wala tayong quarterly report for August, July, August,
No,
September.
no. I will start with my PowerPoint presentation similar to what we did today, but it will be short because it will only cover the first quarter. July,
2
August,
months nga
September.
lang eh.
Oo.
July, August.
So it's just PowerPoint slides and then I talk. And then I will end my talk by telling the group na for the first year of my biennium, may I present to you a video that I prepared to report for what we did, what the club did for the entire year last year. Parang ganon. And then play na yung video. Will that be
So,
fine?
antipolo lang ang may 1-year report and may
Oo.
quarterly report.
So yeah, that's why I'm asking your concurrence nga for uniformity lang. So if it's fine with you, okay. Kung hindi, that's fine also.
Siguro dapat pare-pareho na lang.
Okay.
Quarterly.
So quarterly na lang. Sige.
Oo.
Okay,
PowerPoint.
Ang district
Yeah.
meeting.
Nasasayangan lang kasi ako na club ko lang yung nakakita. Yung feeling na ganun.
Well, you can show that in one of our, if I may suggest, you can show that and share it with us in one district meeting. Tits, diba?
Okay, sige. Yeah,
Yeah.
sige. Fair enough.
Oo.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Sige.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. I have to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wala na.
Yan na,
That's it.
All right.
Closing prayer na lang. Can somebody, Bennett, can you do the closing prayer, please?
Sige.
Wala,
Si Benz.
wala ako
Si Benz na Benz.
Short prayer. Okay. Thank you, Lord, for being with us during this execom. We acknowledge your presence and your guidance during the discussion and the presentation of the reports of the presidents. Remember those who have gone before us. Give them eternal peace. Take care of the people who are sick and protect us from getting COVID. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for the saya.
See
Thank
you
you.
next.
Didi Baby, Didi Uchi, Benz,
Babu,
President
babu.
Susan, President Lot.
Ang galing
That-
ni President
14,
Kaka-inspire.
Tuesday, 3 p.m. See
Okay.
you.
Babu.
Sige. I'll end the
Bye.
recording na ha. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
President Pitts, thank you for sponsoring the Zoom.
The Zoom to.
Yeah, no problem. Anything for you, Didi Dorothy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
End mo na. Hindi ko makita kung saan i-end to.
End na the share screen. Okay, I will end the recording but hindi ko